All right, here we are, right here with a very solid guest tonight. He's a two-time New York State champ. He's a former wrestler at Iowa State, and he's a 2020 NAIA national champ. So actually, the only national champ at 157 pounds, huh? Which is a pretty awesome feat. So tell me, how you doing, Renaldo? Good?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. How you guys doing?
Good. Where are you at now? Home in
Yeah,
Buffalo?
I'm at home. Buffalo, New York, yep.
Yeah, how's the family doing?
They're doing good. I got my son back in town with me here. Be around my mom, my dad, my little sister. Everybody's doing well. They're working still during this virus, so nothing's really stopping for us.
Yeah, it's a very crazy time, like the whole COVID thing and the national tournament being canceled. So man, I was thankful, like seeing just our level and our teams in the freaking NAIA wrestle their national tournament. So yeah, it was awesome to see you win your national title, because I watched your semis and your finals match. You took them down in overtime, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was what,
Tell
4-2?
me about that match.
No, I think it was 6-5.
6-5?
Was it?
I believe so.
All right. Nice. Who'd you beat in the semis, in the finals?
I beat my teammate.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that rule.
Yeah, you can wrestle your teammates. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Dalton Jensen, real tough kid. He's gonna be up and coming, so you gotta watch out for him. He's still coaching, so.
Oh.
Is he freshman or sophomore? So I can jot him down on the pads.
Oh man, he's gonna be probably a redshirt sophomore this year.
Oh really?
I believe so. I could be wrong though.
You beat him in the semis?
Yep, I beat him in the semis.
Yeah, and then the finals was who?
Say what?
The finals match. Who'd you wrestle?
Casey Dobson from Providence, Montana.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Man, that match was awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. That kid came, for 7 minutes too.
Yeah. So tell me, after winning a national title, how did you feel?
I felt relieved, because all year I talked about getting a national title, and every time I turned around, I felt like that was a conversation or the mindset I would have of just being a national champ at the end of the year. So when it came to actually winning it, I didn't have no celebration. I was just soaking in it for a couple minutes and just, letting loose.
Yeah. I saw the video. Got your son on the shoulder, sitting down.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Yep. Yeah, man. First thing I did, I looked over at him. I just waved at him, let him know that it was real. It really happened. We're here. It's done.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I also saw on Flow Wrestling that pancake movement. It was all over Flow, Facebook, Twitter. It was smooth as butter.
Yeah, man. I put that kid to sleep.
Yes, you did. So tell me, I think my biggest question of the evening, and through this whole podcast, is obviously raising a young child isn't easy, but also raising a small boy and graduating college and winning a national title, I just find that mind-blowing. So just walk us and the viewers through that process of just balancing school, athletics, and raising a child, because honestly it is quite impressive.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I can tell you a story where it sounds easy and it was fun and all that, but at the end of the day, it was probably the hardest thing ever. When I turned 20 years old, I had my son. I remember the day I had my son, I flew down to the Iowa State Open, still wrestled, took third, and went back to the hospital. And I just tried to continue going on, and for a while it was manageable. Then after a while, it started to get tougher and tougher and tougher. Then it got to a point where, I didn't know if I wanted to still be an athlete or if I wanted to still compete. And, when you have thoughts like that, wrestling at the D1 level, you understand that, you can't make it. But I was still good enough that I would still, stay afloat and still place tournaments and, beat some good people. And then it would be questions like, what's going on? And then mentally, I just I just wasn't there anymore. You know, I didn't want to compete. I didn't really care about the whole athletic side of life anymore. So what I did, I just came back home. I got a little job because I knew I had a son. So I'm like, let me get some money. You know, let me try and take this route. And I figured out that I didn't like that route, you know, I think I worked from 3:30 to 12 at night. And I did that for about, I don't know, 6-7 months. And I just figured that I wanted to still compete. And if I wanted to choose a hard path, I was going to choose the athletic hard path.
Yeah. Why'd you leave, what was it? ISU. Iowa
ISU.
State. Yeah.
Yeah, I left because, you know, it was just too much going on, you know.
Really? Like,
mentally, I wasn't there. Coaches were getting ready to, you know, part ways. I didn't want to compete anymore, so I just decided to withdraw from school, and I ended up moving back home for, like I said, 6-7 months.
Yeah. Why'd you bail from being home? Like just college? Did Coach Mitchell call you or something from Grandview?
Yeah, actually, the day that I pretty much got released from Iowa State, he gave me a phone call, and I seen him the next day.
Really?
Yeah, I seen him the next day, so I had that offer right away, and I didn't take it for a while because, like I said, I wasn't sure if I was going to try and go to UB or if I just didn't want to wrestle anymore. So I just had that meeting with him, and I just remember, you know, him telling me, like, you know, if you want to, you know, get better and become a champion, you come here. So I took that with me, and I was like, you know, I'll go home, I'll think about it. And when I was home, you know, he would hit me up, you know, every so often. You still want to wrestle? You know, we're still here. Offer's still here, da-da-da. And I'm like, all right, man. So I started to think about it, and then I just ultimately came to the conclusion that I want to compete still. I gave him a call.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And you know, I'm sure it is pretty hard leaving a top program like Iowa State, coming back home, and like them thinking, well, my goal probably isn't wrestling at this level, but hey, man, a national championship, I just think it's awesome with like raising a child, graduating college. Honestly, it's a great story.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah.
And another thing to add on there, when I came back to wrestle, I actually figured out that I had torn my labrum and deattached my biceps. So
really,
my first year wrestling Iowa State, I didn't wrestle because I had surgery. And then the next year I came in, I All-American, and then this year I got the title.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow, that's something. How's it feeling now? That
I mean, you know.
All good.
What's
I'm all good, man. You know.
Plans now? Wrestling on the freestyle team or Greco or what?
No, I'm trying to go freestyle. I just got off the phone with some very interesting people. I can't release that right now, but yeah. So hopefully that comes in the works here soon, and I'll be able to let you guys know that I'm going to be, you know, moving on to bigger and better things.
You can't share it now?
I don't want to share it now, just in case, you know, they don't go through. I don't want to give out no bad information.
What weight are you looking to go?
For freestyle, right?
Yeah.
70 kg. So it's not an Olympic weight right now, but like I said, I just want to start. You know, I can make a world team at 70 kg, so that'll be the start, and then we'll figure it out from there.
Nice.
Who is there kind of at that weight? Because honestly,
Jay Green.
Is it? Gotcha, dude. I just saw his tweet. I think James is like only weighing like $163. I was like, damn, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's how much I weigh, about 165.
Yeah.
That ain't bad.
I'm like $160, so yeah.
I'm full muscle though, man. I'm full muscle though.
Wait, so I am not full of muscle?
No.
Oh shit.
No. Not full muscle.
Hey,
full cardio though.
Yeah, true. Maybe a sparring session soon, or like a wrestling match, boxing match, and then a run. The best out of three.
The trifecta.
Me versus you.
You can get me in the run unless it's a sprint.
I am not fast.
Yeah, you can get me in a distance one, but in the sprint, it's over. Boxing match, you don't want to do that.
Oh, now see, I think I would stand a better chance at boxing than wrestling you.
Nah, I don't agree. I think you would stand a better chance at wrestling me than boxing you, though. By far.
Honestly, my talents on the mat have kind of faded. I'm a great coach, but man, I'm just the talents have faded a little bit on me. So, but
Yeah,
hey,
see,
my hands are still quick though. Ask Tony, my brother.
Hey, I watched the sparring in the mats. I watched it.
Yeah, dude, he can honestly.
He's doing good.
Yeah,
Yo.
dude, he's actually solid. His like
Yeah,
hands
for
are
sure.
pretty quick.
Yeah,
Huh?
for sure, man. I don't know. I don't think he won no problems with me though. So.
Right. I'm gonna have to find out. I like saw that like video boxing, on the bag, like just going at it like for a minute maybe.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just all cardio, it's just the extra work. I really use that stuff just for more so my mindset when I'm digging underhooks, I'm just constantly throwing my hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That type of cross training is something like a lot of people don't think about either. Like they don't
understand.
utilize that kind of stuff.
They don't understand how to elevate the athlete.
Exactly.
You have to jump into different sports and trying to get good. Then once you focus on your athlete, then you can go to your own sport and try and take that mental over to wherever you're doing.
Yeah.
But like you said, a lot of people don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's the same like watching UFC. Like, I like see these like these awesome boxers and like then a fighter shoots on them and they freeze.
Yep.
And they don't know like what to do and then it's over. So yeah, listen, like boxers probably should learn wrestling and like wrestlers should box, honestly.
Yeah.
It's
honestly
awesome
because those
combo.
two sports, as long as you can box and then you can handle yourself on the ground. I mean,
yeah.
But like you said, most boxers
how many
don't believe in that.
wrestlers that have been like Golden Gloves, like boxers, like in youth, and then they end up like becoming like champions in wrestling, just coming through, just because it all translates.
Yeah, definitely will translate.
I just signed a boxer here.
Really?
It's a chick wrestler. Yeah, she actually won Golden Gloves in 2018.
Oh wow!
Dang.
Yeah, so like she's like a tough girl.
So you might get some extra training in before.
You might get some help on
here.
Oh wait, help. But yeah, dude. Honestly, I was so excited signing her, like a boxer, a tough wrestler, and I think she placed fourth at Fargo too. So I mean, she's the full package here.
Did you guys get a girls wrestling team at your school?
Yeah, it is starting this upcoming
year. Okay.
Oh yeah, but like with COVID, it may start in January. Who knows?
Yeah, for sure. Is it gonna be a season this year or what? Yeah.
Good. That is a good question.
That's a good question.
Man. I don't think I can spill the details right now, but if I was a betting man, I'd probably say no. But I hope I am.
I mean, you look at like what the PSACs just did with that division. I mean,
true. I mean,
it's kind of rough going right now for wrestling. I think
it's not much time either. What is it? Almost August already. I mean,
yeah.
True, and like honestly, our move-in day is August 10th. So like me thinking, damn, that's only 3 weeks away.
Like preseason's like almost here. Like
yeah, preseason's right around the corner, man.
Yeah, it is.
And everybody's still home with their family, so I don't know.
Yeah, wrestling is kind of odd right now, like with Pat Downey and Flow Wrestling and it's just like so weird.
There's so much going on right now. After like there being nothing for so long too, just that whole.
And then boom, just controversy out of nowhere.
Yep.
And honestly, I kind of like Pat Downey, but obviously he said some wrong comments, but
he said some stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I don't really.
But I mean, Flo to drop him off the card, like is Flo a university or something?
Yep, that's true.
Isn't Flo just recording people? Like, what's going on?
They say they're only a streaming service, so.
You know what I'm saying? So what are you doing?
Exactly.
What are you, Republican Party? Like, what's going on?
And I saw, they picked up Miles Martin to wrestle David Taylor.
I seen Miles Martin actually call it out on Twitter, matter of fact. So, I mean,
dude, he is a great athlete. Now, like,
sure.
Okay, thinking of good wrestlers and then good wrestlers that are also athletes. Him, Jordan Burroughs, and Jaden Cox are my top three.
Dude, Jaden Cox has just like the wildest movement.
Yeah, he's just
Now, do you think Jaden Cox can touch a basketball court?
Ooh.
Absolutely not. Cut it out.
I don't think so.
But
I don't think so.
he
He could be
not.
good to post up,
Linebacker.
but I don't know.
He could be a linebacker in the league.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
He could be a defensive end almost probably.
Yeah.
He definitely could play some football. Yeah, for sure.
I don't see basketball. Don't see baseball.
He's not that type of
Okay.
athletic. He's more
But
strong.
still,
Yeah.
He's a great athlete, but
For sure.
I like thought his 5th year. I heard rumors about him playing ball senior year.
I heard that too.
Didn't fall through or something.
Yeah.
Like playing football, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, man. I would like to have seen that.
That'd have been wild.
That'd have been very wild. He might have caught a contract.
For real.
You know what I mean? He might have caught a contract.
Now he's possibly the best pound for pound wrestler in the world. Really?
You think so?
He's definitely.
Well, obviously he's an argument for sure, but I mean,
he's definitely in the conversation.
For sure, you know what I'm saying? For sure, definitely. But I mean, if we had to go off of it, I mean, right now Kyle Dake's probably getting a light.
My top 3 pound for pound is probably Dake, Cox, and the Russian guy that beat Kyle Snyder, and I don't know how to say his name.
Sajalayev?
Yeah. Sajalayev?
Yeah.
Okay, it's hands down Sajalayev go pound for pound right now.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty obvious.
He's a tank.
That dude's a little different. Them outside steps he hits ridiculous. But yeah, he definitely gotta be pound for pound. And you can't. Man, what about Jordan, man? You can't get Jordan up like that.
Yeah, I was like, Jordan's mine. I gotta go.
Dude,
I didn't hear Jordan Burroughs in there at all. I heard Kyle Dake. Like, what's going on?
His post yesterday about his last ride.
Yeah.
Gave me chills.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was good.
God, I love that guy.
Dude, it's kind of sad though. Like him and Snyder, and they've been together for so long. It's gonna be weird, like seeing him like at Penn RTC with Brandon Slade now in the corner. It's gonna be wild.
He can go to his garage and still come on. A world medal. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter anymore, bro. It don't matter where he goes. That guy is just solidified. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, man. That whole post, that letter, man. He said some awesome stuff.
Time to go back home.
Yeah. That boy know how to get you, don't it?
Yeah, dude. And he isn't he's not just a wrestler. He's a awesome person off the mat. Yep. And I just love that. He's just so genuine and caring. But
very well spoken,
Yes.
I remember my senior year at sectionals, he came because his wife is from my area. Mm-hmm. And he came and watched me wrestle, and I think I talked to him for about an hour afterwards. Just me and my dad, me and Jordan just standing there talking.
And honestly, the doubles are very similar. The top shot reattack double. Woo! Yeah. Yours is quick as hell. I am not even gonna lie to you, but I would probably stop it. But hey, most can't.
Tiny biceps. You gotta work on them, Sam. You
got him. If you were to drop your head and try to stop one of those, you might go to sleep.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think I could stop it, but it is a nice reattack. And dude, I always tell, my wrestling team to reattack, because don't just push the guy away or let him come up. Stop shot reattack. Stop shot reattack. Yep. And it frustrates me, but hey, man, I think that is the best takedown possible. Stop shot.
It's unstoppable because it's a natural motion. Once you come in contact with me and I stop your motion, that means you're in a dead still for at least a second and a half. You're in a dead spot where you can't move.
When you high percentage moves, that one's easily the highest one. It's just you can't stop it. Once you get in there, you can't stop it.
That move and maybe if you down block and go get leg, those are world class techniques. Just world class. You shoot, I sprint and go get leg.
Yep.
It's just world class.
Chain wrestling, man. Chain
wrestling wins titles.
Yep.
Absolutely. So, let's talk about your state championships. And okay, here's a story for you, because I think I was a senior in high school when I think
I was a junior,
you were a sophomore.
Was it sophomore?
Your sophomore year at States in Albany, you beat Tristan Riffenberg.
That was my junior year.
Was it?
Junior, yep. Because you and your brother won States the same year that year, right?
Yeah. Okay, so your junior year, I think you beat him in the quarterfinals?
No, that was the finals. That was finals, I think, that year.
I don't think so.
Let me think. I wrestled him my 10th grade year. I wrestled him in the quarters.
Yeah, and you beat him.
Yeah, I beat him in the quarters, and then
Yeah, see that
that
match.
next year I wrestled him in the finals. Actually,
Yes. See, I like knew it too. Your sophomore year, beating him in the quarterfinals, I literally jogged down the stairs and was like, "Yo, dude, nice effing win." But dude,
Right.
I was so hyped for you.
I don't think I knew you then, though.
Well, yeah, because me just being a fan of you,
Right.
and your style. Yeah, I was watching that match and was like, "Damn, this like kid has some nice talent to him."
Yeah, I remember that. I remember when that was the first time I actually got a real crowd reaction. I was like, what, 15?
Yeah, because he was the 2 seed.
He was that. Yeah,
You were 7.
I remember because the year before I got into a little situation in school where I didn't finish out the end of my season, so I didn't even go to this. I was ranked first in the state that year at 119 too.
Yeah,
and I didn't even. Yeah. So then that next year when I came in and I won that match, it was just like so much going on, and it was like when I got the crowd reaction, I was like, yo, like I never ever experienced that until then. I was like, yo, I like that.
Yeah. Then let's see how good my mind is. I think your sophomore year, you lost in the finals to Ty.
Yep.
Right from Phoenix.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey,
Yep.
Hey, I am on top of it.
Yep.
So then your junior and senior year, who'd you beat?
My junior year, I ended up beating Tristan Rickenberg, and my senior year, I ended up getting hurt, so I didn't go.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang, really?
Yeah, I ended up hurting my knee.
I did not.
I can understand that.
That
That happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Tyler's knee got banged up pretty good.
Yep. That was rough.
so I was like, I already had the scholarship, and it was season already set, so I was like, well.
Dude, that's the same thing I said. I was like, all right, at least I still got a scholarship. I can keep wrestling afterwards.
Yep. Where'd you go?
I ended up, I got recruited to go to the Coast Guard Academy, and then got up there for a while. I got hurt while I was up there. Ended up wrestling at Cumberland, also NAIA school.
NAIA.
Right.
We're all NAIA here.
Yeah.
So wrestled there and didn't go the way I wanted, obviously, but hey, I enjoyed it.
I think the Cumberlands this year won it at 149, right?
Yep.
Training on? Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, my training partner while I was there, Jake, he won it twice, I think, while he was there.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
NAIA champ, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Times 2? Shit.
Yep. He was
NAIA is growing as a division. It's growing for sure.
It is. That tournament at, what is it, Missouri Valley is a.
Oh, did you go this year?
Yeah.
I didn't go this year. I won it last year.
Yeah.
What do you before I went?
Dude, it's like actually some.
It's pretty good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah. I don't think I had a kid go like 2-2, and like honestly, that was our best. So I was bummed, but yeah, it was a tough tournament, for sure.
It's a mini national tournament, honestly.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. At that tournament, literally dogs sitting on the sideline. I was like, "What is going on?" Yeah,
really,
like,
I can see it.
Yeah, it was like the weirdest thing. But yeah, that whole field house there is so nice.
Yeah.
It was weird that actually you walk in there, you would not expect it.
Yeah,
Yep.
right?
I did not expect, like, wait, what? All right.
Yeah.
Missouri, just,
Track above.
you know what I mean? Just like, all right. Did you go in the wrestling room?
Yes.
It's hot in there, ain't it?
Dude, a freaking sauna. I don't think I have ever felt the room as hot as that one.
Because that room was, I think, just naturally just humid.
Yeah.
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 Just naturally humid box. Like, man.
Dude,
You don't even need to wear sweats or anything. You
No.
just go in there and just
I was dressed all
pass
like
out.
nice, dude. And dude, I was just leaking sweat.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So, okay, the big question. Who is the basketball GOAT? Is it LeBron James or Michael Jordan? Come
Michael
on.
Jordan.
Okay, why?
Michael Jordan, I mean, so we're not even gonna talk about the 6-0. You know what I mean? We're gonna get past all that. We're not gonna talk about athleticism. We're gonna just talk about mental stability right now. Okay? And when I'm talking mental stability, it is very hard to win 3 titles, right? And in a row. Has LeBron James ever won 3 in a row?
But he's been to like 8.
I understand that. And
Okay,
I want to get there too.
No.
I am very impressed with that also.
Okay.
But are we going to give somebody a GOAT that makes the finals of the world title every year and loses? Or are we going to talk about him? Oh, man, that dude was it, man. But I never get that one. But, I mean, are we going to talk about somebody who's honestly had a hard road, you know, had injuries, bounced the first round, and then by the time he got to the top, there was no more stopping it, you know what I mean? Like, or we're going to talk about a guy who get there back and forth for a little bit. Win here, lose, team. Win, LeBron. Lose team. Win Brown. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't agree. But I do agree with that 8 finals in a row is very impressive.
This is where I always argue it because I don't really like talking rings, but I do love how Jordan and Tom Brady have 6. Or does Tom have 7 now? 6?
I think it's 6. Yeah, 6.
So, okay. Here's the thing. Eli Manning has 2 rings.
Facts.
Dan Marino and Jim Kelly have 0. So, at the end of the day, who are you taking? Dan Marino?
Yeah, for sure.
Eli, right?
Definitely taking Dan Marino for
so
sure.
I don't like talking rings, but see, here's why.
It's a team sport. It's really hard to talk rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. So I do like Jordan a bit better after watching the Last Dance, because man, his mindset was just.
He was a wrestler that played basketball. Let's be honest.
For real though, he
so
really was.
Right, let's be honest.
And his rookie season, he was in I think a hotel room in Chicago and told his players, listen, I am not drinking. I'm not doing drugs. I am not going to sleep with that hooker. And his rookie season, he told people off. And I just love that.
Yeah, it was crazy to me, especially you think about in those time and days, you know, rookies coming in and you get beat up for talking like that, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? So, unless you know how powerful he was then.
And he honestly told his team, hey, man, let's start lifting. Because those Pistons are a bit bigger and stronger. So, hey,
for sure.
Yeah, which is also awesome to think about.
Yep.
I think Michael Jordan, when he came in, he brought in kind of how the modern day athlete works now, started from him now, in a sense.
He changed the game in that way. For real.
You know what I mean? In a sense, from him or, you know, Floyd Mayweather, you know, you get those guys, when they came through, something changed. And attitude, I mean, it's just something. LeBron James, I don't really see that in the NBA, you know. I see people wanting to be like LeBron as far as the popularity.
Yeah.
But, and honestly, how do you even mimic a LeBron James basketball style? You can kind of mimic Michael Jordan. You can kind of watch him and see his skill, where he picked his spot. LeBron James, you don't really have that. He's just so gifted that he can choose when to turn it on and off, it seems like, you know.
Yep.
Michael Jordan, he works so hard that there's no turn off. I'm not saying LeBron James don't work hard, though, you know.
Yeah.
I just think that Michael Jordan mentally.
I will have the edge for Jordan is in that aspect, but I just think James is such a leader on and off the court, and people follow him. And and
I'm not gonna say people didn't follow Michael Jordan.
Yeah, to me, Jordan. I mean, a lot of people saw him as an asshole, but he knew that he was an asshole because he knew what he was gonna have to push them to do to get the end result. You know, so and it rubbed people the wrong way.
And I think that's why LeBron James kind of has a little bit of pushback because he needs a lot of that at times in his career, and he didn't have that. So at times there have been questions about him, he could have pushed more here. It seemed like he could have pushed more here. It seemed like, and then those questions are there.
Yes, I do agree with that because there is times on defense. I'm
just sometimes LeBron
him and James Harden are kind of the same way sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes
they take plays off,
and it's just who got in trouble for that? Randy Moss. I take plays off. But he said it though.
He said it.
We can literally watch and see it. Okay, you can't tell me he didn't take that play off.
Dude. When Randy Moss fake mooned the Packers crowd, I was
bro. I watched it live, and as a kid, I was like, "That's a flag." I remember. I was like, "Yeah, I can do that." That was so wild. I was like, "I've never seen nobody do something that crazy to the crowd."
Or who was it? Was it Was it Chad Johnson that pulls the pin out of his sock to sign the ball afterward?
No, that was Terrell Owens.
That's right. I couldn't remember exactly who it was. That was wild.
Ocho Cinco did something else though funny.
Yeah.
He did a whole bunch of dances. I mean, he played golf with the gold pole,
watching him play.
the river dance. I mean, he did a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Steve Smith used to be another one. Steve Smith used to do a lot of dances.
Dude, he is a dog.
Who?
Steve Smith.
Oh, for sure.
Like you just listen to him talk and like watch his antics. He's a tough freaking dude.
He's only 5'9" too.
Yep.
Yeah, like I would not mess with Steve Smith.
Yeah, Steve Smith definitely. He definitely is a dog.
Yeah, dude, who was he fighting in the game? Because
who didn't he fight in the game?
Yeah, true. But who was that like crazy wide out cornerback brawl and the helmets were flying?
Oh yeah, that was.
I don't remember who it was. I know
Johnson from the Texans and the Tennessee Titans. I forget who they were though. I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
that was wild.
Texas Titans, and dude, it was like an actual.
Yeah, they were fight team.
Yeah.
But dude, that fight last year with Myles Garrett and the Steelers quarterback.
Helmet off.
Yeah. Who the? God.
Did you see he got a new contract?
Mason.
Oh, Mason Rudolph or something like that, right?
Yeah, dude.
Who's he signed with?
Crazy.
I didn't see who it was, but it was like 5 years. Ungodly amount of money again.
Man, football is such an intense game, man. When those guys are in those moments, they're so enraged and just so much testosterone going on that you gotta let a lot of that slide. I'm sorry, man. You just have to in that moment, like.
And you know, I'm sure after a big tackle or a big sack or just a touchdown, dude, people are chirping. So
come on.
Yeah. Obviously,
Part of the game.
Hit talk going.
You're not kids out there. They're, 6'5", 300 pounds.
Yep.
They're fine. I hope you can hold your own out there.
So let's talk more on wrestling.
Yeah.
So your favorite move is like what? Double?
Yeah, for sure. It's just natural.
Yeah. How about like riding or bottom or like do a big.
Well, those days are over. I'm retired from folk style, so I'm a freestyle. So I don't know about that.
Testing you.
I don't know about all that.
So yeah, how old is your son now?
He's 4.
Is he?
He'll be 5 in November.
Dang, time flies. Cause like, dude,
super fast.
Yeah, I remember on Facebook, the like day like that post out like on Facebook. So,
Right.
Like it just time flies by.
It's crazy, man. It seemed like it was yesterday. Honestly, it really does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw that video of like him running a full lap
around the track. Yes.
God damn.
Yeah, man. It's he's definitely a special one. You know what I mean? Like and we didn't even tell him to do it. He just decides to do things to show off, to show me what he can do, and it's just wild. Like, man, this kid's gonna be good. Hopefully, he just continues to have that mindset all the way up.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And he's 4.
Yep. He'll be 5 in November.
And dude, that video, it was just so cute because like, dude, he like finishes it and then he just lays on his back.
He needed some oxygen, man.
I was like, that is awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
Is your dad reffing still?
Yeah, he still refs.
Is he?
Yeah, he's still refereeing.
Yeah. He reffed a couple of my matches at the what is it? End Trip tournament.
Were you coaching at Lindenville then?
No, like wrestling in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I do. Yep.
Yeah, because honestly, I like wrestled in more Section 6 tournaments than Section 5. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Section 5 is probably a better section, though.
Wait, what is?
Section 5 is probably a better section.
Yeah, I mean, it like was back in the day, for sure. But
how's it doing now?
My hometown is like next to Barker, Albion, Medina. So like all Section 6 schools.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I didn't know. I never knew where your high school was, honestly.
And then Holly with Coach Grillo is like.
Is he still down there right now? Or is he retired?
He is retired. I think so. I think like his son's coaching now, Andrew.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, that guy, John Grillo, coached for like 30 years still.
Dang.
He coached my dad. I was like, wait,
Oh, really?
Yeah, he coached my dad, and I ended up meeting him when I got older because I used to go down and wrestle with Murphy when I was like 13 and 14.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, that Coach Grillo had some awesome teams.
Man.
Those Holly teams were pretty stacked.
Who you telling, man? He's probably the most decorated coach in the state, huh?
I mean, it's darn close.
He's got almost 400 wins.
Really?
That's wild.
Bro, he has a lot of state titles.
Yes, he does.
It's
Quentin
wild.
Murphy gave him what? 3 or 4?
3?
Yeah.
Wait, no. Was it 4? I think it was 4.
Was it? Yeah.
Because he won 1 in 8th grade, right? Or 7th grade or something like that.
And then lost his freshman year, and then won the
He
next
lost to
year.
a kid from our section.
Really?
Yeah, from East Aurora.
Peters? Was it?
Peters. He had that nasty
Matt
2.
Peters.
Matt Peters.
Yes.
Was crazy with that 2-on-1 2. Crazy with
Yes.
it. Yep.
Yep. And then
I think that's the only time he lost.
Yeah, his senior year, he beat the kid from Mexico, like Anthony something. But yeah.
He beat him
I'm
pretty
pretty
bad.
sure he won it 4 times.
I'm pretty sure he did too. Like I said, he only lost once.
Dude,
Which would
him
have
in
been fine.
high school, dude, he
Yeah.
was like a force. He was a force.
He had a different style, man.
Yeah, like his sit and crouch lock, dude. It was just unreal.
Dude, he used to. Dude, his wrestling style was just very different. Cause I remember right before he went to Indiana,
Yeah.
he used to drive up to Buffalo He used to drive up to Buffalo in the summer with me, and we used to wrestle.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah, in the hood of Buffalo, like he used to ride his motorcycle down. In the smack dab in the hood of Buffalo. We had wrestling matches downtown on Pratt Street, and this dude Quentin Murphy would be riding his motorcycle down there like it was nothing. Me and him would just get scrapping.
And honestly,
And I was like, what, 15 maybe?
he wrestled so nonchalant, like Ed Ruth kind
So
of
nonchalant.
Yeah.
just so smooth and so easygoing. Like it was like so weird to watch.
It was very weird to watch. So laid back.
But yeah, Ed Ruth though, like honestly that like same way, but obviously
Yeah, Ed Roof had a more I want to say he had a more smooth methodicalness about him.
Yeah.
Quentin Murphy literally was just kind of slick and chill.
Yeah, slick. That's the perfect word.
Like him as a person is kind of like that also too. He's just kind of
Yeah, he
laid
just
back.
always seemed
Go with
like
the flow.
he wasn't going as
Yeah.
far as he possibly could. Like
Yeah.
just kind
It
of
caught up to him. It caught up to him for sure.
yeah,
It caught up to him because he could
now,
have
I
been it. Is he?
right? Tyler,
I'm not
I
sure.
think
What?
he's fighting out at
Yeah.
Ruth.
Yeah. I think
Is he in any UFC or Bellator?
He's in Bellator right now.
Bellator. Okay, yeah.
How about Pico?
That is true.
Pico fighting?
Yeah, the last time I saw, he
I
got.
haven't seen Pico fight in a
knocked
while.
out.
I saw a couple pictures a couple months ago of him training again.
Yeah,
But
Dude,
man.
his
because the last one he fought, he got
he got rocked.
knocked out. Yeah,
It was bad.
it was bad.
And that name, it honestly was like the next big thing because
For
I
sure.
think he beat Zayn in a freestyle match and
He beat Zayn. He's never
Yeah.
lost to Zayn Rutherford ever.
Pico,
Yeah,
Pico.
he was beating everybody, man.
He's never lost to Zayn
God.
Rutherford. Never.
And he beat Stever, I think too.
Stever. I don't know about that
Logan,
one.
yeah. But dude, he
I don't
kind
know
of
about Stever.
fell off the face of the earth and started fighting.
Well,
Well, not necessarily, because you gotta remember,
he was planning on fighting from the beginning, though. He always
I
talked.
said that was always his plan because he was
Gotcha.
boxing.
Yep. He was a Gold Gloves champ.
I don't know if he was or not, but I know he was a boxer for sure.
Yeah, he'd always planned on it, and so
Always.
whenever they set up his first fight, I was kind of surprised because the guy he was fighting wasn't a slouch, and obviously.
Yeah, no, I think he beat him too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember because after he lost in the Olympic trials to Frank Molinaro, he went right to Bellator.
Yep.
Yep. So that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah.
So he didn't kind of come out of nowhere, he just came off of almost a U.S. He was a Olympic
should get
alternate.
back
So.
into wrestling. Him and Henry
Judah?
Cejudo should get back in wrestling.
Not Henry. Henry retired. You remember when he tried in 2012? Remember?
Yep.
Did he try again?
Oh man, Sam, come on, bro.
Yep.
Jesus,
No, I
you remember
know.
throwing his shoes in the crowd?
Yeah, it didn't
He
work
lost to
so
Nick.
well
I
that
think he lost
time.
to Simmons. Was it Simmons' last
I
wrestling
think it
match?
was. Just shoes off. Whoop. That's it.
I will tell you what, he was tough as nails in the freaking UFC, man.
Oh, dude.
When he beat Johnson, dude, his like trips and his ground and pound was like, wow.
Yeah. Nasty.
Yeah, he was tough. And like his knockout on TJ, oh my God.
Dillashaw?
Yeah.
Dillashaw? Yeah.
That
Slept.
was awesome.
I didn't expect that one. I thought that was going to be a banger.
Yeah.
I did too. I honestly thought TJ.
I thought TJ might actually like win.
I just thought because of his MMA game.
Yeah.
But once you get slept.
hit him with that Sean O'Malley. Just boop.
Man.
Oh,
Nah, he got hit with that. Yeah.
Sean O'Malley talking smack on some wrestlers. I don't really like it.
No.
I don't like it because, like, dude, him on Twitter is like talking shit on wrestlers.
Yep.
And
how it is.
He gonna get slept. It's all right.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's okay.
that is the sport of UFC MMA. So if like you just want to box or strike, go and box.
Or kickbox.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what MMA is without wrestling, is kickboxing.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
Without submissions, I guess. But
Yeah. Sean was talking some smack on Twitter.
He's trying to grow his value and get a bit.
that's all it is. He's
That's all he's doing.
I'm chasing him.
Yeah.
You can't be mad at him.
You gotta respect it.
You know what I mean?
So, Nardo, what made you choose? What was it? Grandview. Like what sold you to go there? Leaving Iowa State, going home to raise your son. Tell me what.
Honestly,
you to, go back into the state of Iowa.
Honestly, just probably Coach Mitchell. Honestly, I mean that's the number one. Yeah, his energy, it was contagious. It was just very genuine. Because you know how athletes are. You want to have a connection with your coach.
Yeah.
And I thought right away when I met him that I just thought that he's my kind of guy. Just from having a conversation, we can have.
I've always liked listening to him talk, man. Dude knows what he's talking about.
He's
great.
Exactly. He always talks about buying in when you come to the team and stuff like that. And most guys who don't want to buy in, it's all on their hands because at the end of the day, he's really preaching some very powerful stuff. And it's not even just wrestling. I mean, he's just preaching just powerful stuff in general, just as a person. How to be a good person, become being a good person first. It should translate in your wrestling. And a lot of people don't understand that. They don't understand that. It's a message that not only he's preaching, but it's a message that's just correct. Like in life, you come correct as a person. Your next step of anything you do, you're going to do well in because you're coming right with it. But
yeah, honestly, that message is pretty good because, dude, I am always telling my wrestling team, listen, be mean on the wrestling mat, but off it, just be a good person, man. Just be nice to people, be kind, just be a good student, a listener, and learn, and just be a good person.
The lessons you learn in wrestling, they will take you so much farther in life. If you just use them, you just learn the right things. Just be a good person.
For sure. People don't understand, being a good person just is gonna get you a door open right there alone, just because they like you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like you being around. Hey man, you should come over. I got a job opportunity. You know what I mean? Just you never know. Just being a genuine person.
Honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
So much opens up from just being kind, and people don't realize that.
Yep.
Listen, I may be talking to a CEO or a wrestling coach or a actor or something crazy. It's listen, be nice to everybody, and it will literally help so much.
And you never know
you be nice to people.
You talk to somebody else either, just somebody else in the room, and they may, hey, I heard you talking to this person. I got something I might can help you out with or something. You just never know what doors are going to open.
No, you definitely never know. I mean, think about this. What was it at? Almost 7 years ago, I didn't even know Sam gave me a high five after I won my wrestling match.
Yeah.
I could have snubbed him and I wouldn't be on this podcast right now.
Yep.
Oh, man. That is a pretty deep. That's a pretty awesome thought. Yeah. Wow.
Think about it. I didn't even know that. I remember that happening, but I didn't know that was you.
Yeah.
I remember slapping somebody else because then I went right after that. My dad was right behind you.
Yes.
So I remember that, but I didn't know that was you. It's crazy.
Wow, that's a pretty awesome thought. A pretty perspective.
Yes, sir. Good analogy, man.
Yeah, and I think honestly that is like wrestling. That is really what makes wrestling like the like best sport, because it just teaches you so much on and off the mat that some other sports maybe don't as much.
Hmm.
Wrestling definitely does.
Yeah, I agree because I mean, wrestling's a combat sport. I don't think any sport's as close to that except for maybe like jiu-jitsu because you're laying on top of somebody, or judo. But wrestling, you come across any type of race and you have to be this close to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like you really get to learn who somebody is. Like,
And
what I mean?
wrestling makes you humble too. Like,
Oh, for sure.
In like high school, obviously, listen, I thought, listen, I'm the top dog, and then I go to like a tough tournament and trip Eastern States, and I lose,
Yep.
and I'm like knocked down a peg, like shit, man, and I had to like find myself again.
Right.
Yeah.
That happens. Especially at the D. I mean, I didn't have that in high school, but when I got to Iowa State, I would lose matches, and I wouldn't fully understand why. And then Kevin Jackson would get on me and, tell me like, you can't be losing people you're better than. And I just at the time, mentally, I wasn't mature enough to handle everything. Having a baby on the way, and then I was also a starter still at a young age. So I was like, I'm so good that I don't even know that I'm this good. You know what I mean? Because like I'm going through so much. How am I still staying afloat? It's not making sense. Like I should be crashing, but I'm not. And it was like I want to crash.
But
It was bad.
like what changed that mentality? Like from going from that kid to somebody like a father figure, like having
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm not no punk. So at the end of the day, I'm not gonna just sit there and just let that kick me. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. I can admit that it definitely punched me in the face, but I'm not gonna sit there and let it keep punching me. I got to move around and come back with my own punches. Yep. So that's what I decided to do. Like, I'm not gonna just let anything in the world knock me down and keep me down. That's never gonna be a possible fact. If I can control something, I'm not gonna let myself fail. So I was like, you know what? Let me try and man up. Let me try and like stop having angers of it didn't work out for me at Iowa State. Let me just stop trying to be sad for myself and just say, what happened to me, and so what? Now let's keep going.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I did.
Yeah, and honestly, like sulking in a sad moment and feeling sorry for yourself, man. I have been there. I have been through that. It isn't the answer.
Feeling bad for yourself almost feels good.
Yeah.
It really does. To say I don't want to think about that no more and move on is hard.
So many, excuses and like saying like it's their fault or it's their fault.
Mm-hmm.
When really it is nobody else's fault but yours. And,
exactly.
I was like in life, if you're in a job and you go in for an interview for like a promotion or something and you don't get it, and oh, I didn't get it because of this person or because of that person, I'm more qualified than them. And really, if you just take a minute, like, yeah, you may not have got it now, but you work on those things. Just keep working at it. It's how you respond to the setback.
Yes, exactly. Because honestly, after I graduated from Edinburgh, I like honestly applied to like 200 colleges, and I finally got this job at Lincoln College, and I was so thankful for it. But yeah, dude, honestly, I just kept pushing. I didn't feel sorry for myself like maybe at age 18, 19, 20, I like kind of did, and was sulking from like being beat up in the wrestling room, or like not maybe getting the best grades, or maybe not getting that girl. And I just always like felt bad for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked feeling bad for myself. And I made so many, freaking excuses like, hey, it's my parents' fault. It's my coach's fault. It's my teacher's fault. When really it was mine.
It's always coach's fault though.
Yeah. And see, most people do say, hey, listen, man, it is my coach's fault or my teacher's fault. And that is not the right mindset.
Cop out.
Yeah.
Oh, easily.
Cop out.
number one thing. If I hear somebody say, "Oh, coach, he told me to go this weight class," he told you to go that weight class. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean he told you to go that weight class? Like, bro, if you were the man, you wouldn't be told anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to walk through life.
I've been telling my teammates all the time, coach is looking for guys who's not looking for him. Any coach. You know, I mean, if you got a guy that's coached 15 questions during practice, you know, he's probably not going to be in your ear that much. But I'm over here in the corner never talking, but doing my thing. He come and talk to me, I bet.
Yep.
That's how it works.
Succeed in silence, basically?
I'm telling you. That's how it works. You know, coach don't need guys, and in college level I'm talking. Coach don't want a guy who needs to be hands-on every second. The best guys don't need that much talking.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, what makes you say that? Oh, you?
I'm one of those guys. I just understand it. You know, I've watched Pat Downey. I watched Kylan Gatz, and I watched Earl Hall in front of me. You know, I've watched those guys train, and I understood what it means. Those guys understand what they're doing. You know, coach over there looking to see, oh, he needs some help right here. Oh, he's a little frustrated today, but that guy comes in mentally thinking, I'm trying to be the best in the world. I'm trying to be the best in the country. I'm trying to be the best. And then, like I said, if it's a little problem that day, a coach can tell, because normally that guy's not talking. Normally that guy's on his P's and Q's. But today, I see something different, you know. If you're a thoroughbred, it's not hard to know what you have and what you're around. So you'll find out as you coach, you'll get that kid and you'll see, like, look over here, you know what I mean? He's doing it.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. And I think a couple kids now on my team are like starting to like follow the process and the message, and like some are like kind of a sliding away. But hey, man, if an athlete can just have faith in the system, it can literally go such a long way.
That's why you got to buy in, like Coach said. You come buying in, you know, who knows what happens. That doesn't mean you're gonna win though.
Yeah.
But
yep.
It can give
True,
you
it doesn't. And I don't think most kids realize that. Like, listen, I may not win a national title, but listen, just having wrestling on my, you know, is like huge. It's just huge. Like, hey,
I had a guy the other day ask me a question. He said, "If you don't make the Olympic team, what are you gonna do?" And I was like, "I mean, what do you mean? Am I gonna do?" And my friend looked at him like he was crazy. I'm like, "No, I mean,
it's a college degree.
Yeah, I got a college degree. I got something to fall back on. I mean, I'm gonna have been able to say I tried. I went that far. I'll be able to put that on a resume.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
Major in it at college.
History.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Same field. There we go.
Hey.
Let's talk history.
Let's talk some history.
Your favorite moment in like history.
Dude.
And you can't say the Cavaliers 2016.
Are we talking about like sports, or are we just talking?
No. Listen, like wars, sports. Just tell me.
Okay, let's make it a little more specific. Let me see. My favorite civilization. Let's go with that.
Okay.
I would say the Egyptian civilization would be my favorite.
Ooh,
yeah.
Nice pick.
Yeah, I'm very huge in the hieroglyphs and just the whole mental aspect of how they got to, you know, being at such a early time in life. You know what I mean? Having that much technology, just how they, you know, carve a stone 3,000 years ago.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Make a hippopotamus out of that. It's just crazy to me, like the level of.
I am very intrigued in the samurai and the Spartan like time.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I don't know, like, you know, like the right.
That's where a lot of the myths came from, those time periods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took a couple courses on that, Sam. I got you some books when I was doing grad school.
I've just watched that Spartan movie. What's it called?
300.
Yeah, with King something.
Leonidas.
Yeah.
Which is fake.
Yep.
True. But yeah, I'm a fan of the Spartans and the samurai way of life. And like honestly,
if I had to pick one, I would say samurai. It'd be cooler to learn about though.
Yeah.
Much more detail.
Yeah. And like just like so much honor and like so much.
Oh yeah. Like for sure.
You get into like Japanese Buddhism, man. Yeah. And like whole of like self-cultivation, man. That stuff's wild.
Yeah, it's no joke. Yeah, it's very wild, man.
Like that, it goes deep.
It goes very deep. The level of mental they get for their religion is like.
Yup.
But listen, I am telling you, those guys had a good mindset of like finding the peace in yourself.
Yeah.
Which most people,
especially during the time, if you get a splinter, you'll die. You know. That's.
Yep.
Finding your, freaking inner peace.
Oh yeah.
Crazy to me. And
it's really
for like some reason, people were so much tougher back then.
Oh, by far.
And like now, like people get so offended, and I'm like,
well, you gotta think like during that period, okay, they weren't having to deal with guns as much. They're dealing with like swords. So it's like you gotta be like one with yourself at all times because you never know when somebody's gonna run up on you with another sword.
Man, it's even deeper than that, man. You had to be tough in those days. You were sleeping on rocks.
Yeah.
Just to go to sleep.
Like it wasn't a choice.
There was no choice. Be tough or die. That's it.
Because people didn't feel sorry for themselves, which maybe now in 2020,
they do.
I see a lot.
A lot.
People like to throw pity parties a lot these days.
A lot.
You did not have that back in the day.
Think about it. Every rapper nowadays is pretty much whining about what's going on and then what happened to them in life. Back in the day, guys would talk about things, but they wouldn't cry about it. They're like, hey, this happened to me. This is why I'm like this now. Nowadays, I gotta cry on this song. And
yeah, which is what all of us just talked about is making those excuses and like saying, hey, this is why I'm sad. Like maybe,
I understand.
Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, I feel you're the only one in the world who had a problem, and I understand. Yeah. Only you.
That is kind of the message me and Tyler are trying to send. Like, obviously, not only toughen up, but trying to, inspire the viewers and the listeners. And I think it's helping so far.
Man, you gotta just tell people, get up and go get it. That's what my shirt is. Guaji, free advertisement. But yeah, you gotta tell people, get up and go get it. I mean, if you're gonna sit around and just act like you don't have anything to offer, then you're not gonna have anything to offer. But you try to go out there and offer something.
Okay, how would you tell somebody that maybe is very, what's the word, sedentary, to get up and go and do something?
I mean, you know how it is. It's hard. You can just try and motivate. That's all you can do. Just try and encourage. You can't tell me, hey, you need to do that. Hey, man, it'd be really good for you today to get up and go walk. It'd be good for you to get up and go try to get that job today. It'd be good for you to get up and just call your mom. You know what I mean? You just put those type of seeds in your friends' ears. Put those type of things in your athletes' ears. Just keep letting them know day by day. And then after a while, 2 months into that, they think every time they think about you, they think about a positive thought. They think about this.
And it is, slowly becoming a lifestyle.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. You can't run the whole thing all at once. You have to take the little small steps.
If you want to help people, you got to hold their hands. I'm sorry. This is how it works, because it's going to become a time.
I think some people see exercising as a job when I see it as a need, as a lifestyle.
Same.
Yeah.
We had that conversation in class once. We talked about the preference of running on a treadmill and outside. And the whole class said outside, and I was just confused. I'm like, outside? Like, why would you want to run outside? Like, half the people in here don't even run. And I was just thinking, I'm listening to everybody's, point of view of it. And I was like, all right, I got to say something. Because usually I don't talk in class, but this time I had to talk. I'm like, so I actually run, okay? So how I'm going to run, I want to run on a treadmill. And I gave my reason is because, I can dial in. I'm not going anywhere. So for me, mentally focusing on a treadmill is much tougher than focusing outside. Outside, you see trees, birds, dogs, cars. I mean, it's really hard to focus and lock in when you got to watch what you're doing around you.
Yeah.
And then on a treadmill, I can control my workout. If I want to run a sprint right now, up a hill incline, and mentally tighten up, I have to, I'm going to fall off. Outside, I can just, my foot's a little hurt. Let me just take it back a little bit.
Yep.
Just naturally. That's just naturally. But if you're on a treadmill and it's on 12, there's no...
It's easier to fall into complacency when you're in an environment that allows it versus like...
It's controlled. It's a controlled environment. You're outside and you're, nice jog, chilling.
Honestly, each week I switch it up. I go from running on the roads to running on the treadmill. Just to change my focus and my vision.
Exactly.
Mindset.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know,
That's what I used to run outside.
I actually find it harder running on a treadmill just because, like, you know, I'm like stationary and like just there and like I'm not seeing nature or like seeing anything. So like I actually like jogging outside better, but I switch it up to kind
See,
of.
that's what I like about the whole aspect of the jog. Because I used to like running outside too, and I used to hate the treadmill. Then I just started to figure out like the treadmill is actually perfect because it forces you to really get your mind together, or it's gonna be a hard run. You know what I mean? Like it forces you. You're just standing there, you know.
Yeah, and like
running cross country in college for 2 seasons. I like the treadmill more so than doing like some of our long runs. Man, we'd have long run days, and it was brutal. And then like we would do like basically like a half marathon some days, or even more. And you're just at the end of it, you're like, you know, that treadmill's not looking so bad right now.
You know what I mean? It's not. I think it's harder to run outside because you gotta really do more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
and
like
it's hard to push yourself when something's not pushing you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
But how do you know you're really pushing? Like it's just like I don't know.
Honestly,
on that treadmill, I put it on 9 and 10. I know I'm pushing myself.
Yep.
And you know, it's the same thing like with coaching, because obviously kids don't try as hard if I'm not present or watching.
Oh.
When like me barking at them or like watching them physically, those kids try so much harder.
And it's like the same thing in the office. Like if you're like you're the boss, you leave. When you leave, more than often than not, people like to not do their jobs. They like to play. They like to be lazy.
Yeah. That's how it is.
Like that is like, are people just getting lazier, or people not caring, or do people not have like, you know, that like drive?
I think a lot of drive.
I think the drive. I agree. I think drive, because if coach is not there, it does not matter to me. I'm still gonna go hard.
Nope.
You know, like it does not matter. But that's just because I personally want something. Like most kids on the team say they want to be national champs, but they're really on the team just because they've always been wrestling. So it's only like maybe 2 or 3 guys on the team who really.
That is honestly the truest statement I have heard in a long time. Because honestly, my freshman and sophomore year at Borough, right, I was kind of lying to myself, saying, "Listen, I
know what you mean."
Yeah.
You get through preseason like, I don't know if I still want it, man. That's how it works.
I was soft, and I see it now that maybe my mindset was soft and like weak when I didn't really want it, and I didn't and I wasn't as good as I could have been in the classroom or the mat. Right. But I like finally changed like my 3rd and 4th year. But yeah, I honestly, that is such a true statement.
Yeah, man, for real. I mean, I've been there, you know, but like I said, I was always so good that I still was able to do it somehow, you know. And even though I say that, it almost made it worse for me because it was hard for me to hide what I was going through because I was still winning. So it's like, well, I don't really want to hear it. You're still competing. You're still afloat. So, you know, it's just like when they say if you're injured or hurt, you know, if you're hurting right now and you go out to compete, we don't want to hear anything. You're out there. We want you to win. If you're injured, it's nothing to talk about. We understand. You're done. But if you're hurt, you can still push there, buddy.
I think my dad used to tell me all the time. There's a difference between hurt and injured.
Yeah, that's just the fact, you know. And I mean, I went through it this year. I remember having a couple of dings, but it was like, nah, I don't want to be injured. You know what I mean? So nah.
A couple dings when like some kids on the team will have those dings as in, you know, excuse to not practice. When the high level guys might say, listen, I'm going to push through this and
exactly what happened to me this year. I remember earlier this year, I had a little hip situation where my hip flexor was giving me problems. And it just seemed like every time I would go wrestle live, it would just tweak. And I'm like, you know what, today we're cutting all that out. I don't care that it got tweaked. And once I did that, it stopped hurting after that, you know. I remember Coach pulling me to the side, like, that was good that you pushed through that today, you know. And that was on your own. Those are signs of championship aspirations coming along, you know. When you're doing it yourself, Coach you're not looking for Coach. Coach looking at you now.
Yeah. And, like, honestly, I just always picture the picture with John Rader in the national finals. Like, dude, his, like, head's taped, he's bloody, and he just says, listen, fuck it.
Yeah,
and he goes and wins a national title.
And think about it, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes afterwards, he's feeling all that cut, and
Yep.
he's carrying in. But then when he was in the mindset and he was locked in, he could have went another 5-6 minutes maybe.
My brother Brennan, I mean, nose busted up, 2 plugs in, taped up over, can't breathe at all. It's overtime.
Yep.
I think it was like 4-4 or something, maybe 5-4 something at this point. Like can't breathe. It was wild. But in that moment, you got all that adrenaline going. You're not thinking about like all this. You're trying to go and accomplish your goals.
Some people are thinking about that though. That's the thing that's different between the champ and non-champ. The non-champion, like, nah, let me keep tight here. Once I stop thinking about it mentally, I'm done. But no, let me keep going here. Exactly. The soft kid would be like, oh, I can't breathe. Oh, I'm done. I'm a punk,
Big separator.
You know what I mean? Like,
and honestly, that is like, what makes a great athlete. In the 2017 Super Bowl, the Patriots and the Falcons, Tom Brady could have easily been like, listen, it's 28-3.
It's over. You know what I mean?
I'm all done.
Yeah, I'm done.
And, like, dude, I just have chills thinking of that second half.
Me too, because I know in that locker room when they went in there, I know he went in there and turned up. I kept telling everybody, like, yo, you really think Tom Brady's going to come out here second half and sit down again? Like,
yeah.
Come on.
I would love to just been a fly on the wall for that halftime, just to hear everything that he was saying.
If, like, I can think of a great captain and a leadership moment, dude, I'm telling you, those Patriots and Brady at halftime were probably just so dialed in, so focused to come back.
Yeah, man.
And, like, literally everything had to go the Patriots' way, and it did.
Yeah, Tom Brady definitely has a Michael Jordan mindset, man.
Yeah.
By far. And it shows, because there's been numerous times where he's supposed to lose, it looks like, and then boom.
Yep.
But that just goes to show you who's really mentally, like, super locked in when you see those situations. Once everything's said and done and real life action comes in and the outcome happens, that guy was really mentally not playing. He was very serious. That's why Floyd Mayweather never lost. He was very mentally not playing.
Yeah. That goes a long ways.
Mm-hmm.
So, Nardo, how did you start wrestling?
Honestly, my double leg, I used to play football and I used to really shoot my double leg to tackle people. My dad was like very, very natural at wrestling. I didn't know what he was talking about. He was like, you want to wrestle? And I was like, sure. But I thought he was talking about WWE. So the second I said yes.
That is what NATO just said too. That he thought it was fake wrestling.
Yeah, I thought it was WWE. My dad said, all right, come on. I'm going out to the living room right now. And I was excited. And he showed me how to get in my stance. And then he showed me how to do a drop step. And I was 9 years old, and that's how I started. And then my double leg was that's just how I used to tackle kids. So, I don't know. He just saw that, and he was like, yeah, I think you can do this. And I was like, all right, I'll try it. And then I think for like maybe 4 to 6 weeks later, I went to my first tournament. I took like third.
Yeah. How was your dad like back then? Like hard on you or?
Yeah, for sure. It was, it was very, very, very weird situation I had going on growing up because, I grew up in the city of Buffalo, and I don't know if you noticed, but there's no wrestling in the city of Buffalo. High school, literally, like, nobody knows what that sport is. So it'd be really weird. I would be playing basketball in the neighborhood with the kids, and my dad would tell me, come on, time to go work out. And these kids will watch me doing, jumping rope, running stairs, doing the whole wrestling workout, but I lived in the middle of the hood, so that was very odd. So me going to wrestling tournaments, I would go wrestle, and I would come home, and nobody has any clue what I'm talking about, what type of sport I'm doing. So it was very weird for me, It was very weird dynamic, and I just fully never got a chance to feel like I got the right love in my area from it because of that. It was just
really?
Yeah, and it was just awkward. I'm like, how am I so good at wrestling? Like, there's nobody in my whole city that even knows what this sport is,
Yeah.
I shouldn't be here. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and honestly, her father seems like just a caring, loving person. Because obviously, I am friends with him on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I see his posts, and he just seems so genuine.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, my dad was adopted at 8 years old, so he didn't have a family himself. We don't know my grandparents. He don't even know that side of the family. So for him to be great dad that he became is just, it's just very, very commendable, and it's really something that you can't even, put into words how thankful you are. But you just try to have to show it in your gratitude and your walks of life. And that's pretty much what I try to do. You know, I got a chance to win a national title in front of them. You know, I won Fargo. I jumped on them in high school. And it just, I've always had a chance to have them next to me. So it's been good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome. You won Fargo?
Yeah, I won Fargo my senior year.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I did not know that.
Yep.
Damn, that's a big tournament too. So like the stop sign, right, is the plaque?
Yep. I gotta hang it up over here somewhere.
What, 3-time Fargo All-American?
No, I think All-American Fargo like 7.
Oh shit! I thought like
Because every year I used to double up freestyle and rep for All-American.
I just placed once, but 7. Shit.
You went to Fargo?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't.
yeah. My first year I went to Fargo. I wrestled Anthony Ashton for 3rd and 4th.
Ooh.
Let me think. What did I do my sophomore year? I don't remember, man. It got so far away. But I used to double All-American every year, like.
Nice.
Well, it is. I have about 2 segments left in the podcast, and like honestly, this podcast has gone smoother than most, and I think me and Tyler are like starting to find a hang of it.
Yeah.
I mean, right? And honestly, it is so easy to talk to you now. But all right, I'm gonna do a speed round with you. Okay, so speed questions, just random questions, answer fast, and just speed round.
All right, bet.
Your favorite movie?
Goodfellas.
Woo! I was not expecting that from you.
Nice.
Why?
Some heat. Oh man, I don't know, man. That's a movie that I can literally watch every day. You know, you watch a movie once, twice, can't watch it no more. I can watch that every time and know the scene coming up and still can watch it.
Yeah, dude, that is an awesome movie.
For real.
Yeah, it caught you, huh? Yeah, it caught you guys here.
Yeah.
Okay, your favorite genre of music?
Probably hip hop.
Yeah, and your favorite artist is who?
Like of all time, or are you talking about just rapping?
All time.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Michael Jackson.
Really?
Hey,
For sure.
Dude, Man in the Mirror, one of my favorite songs of all time.
For sure.
Yeah,
Easy.
and I think some people our age probably don't know it, but man,
Yeah,
they
need to listen to it.
Yes, and like now is the perfect time for it.
Yeah, seriously, they should start pushing that song again.
Yeah. Favorite food?
Pizza.
Really?
Pepperoni pizza.
Pepperoni? Okay.
Basic. I like it.
Yep.
How is like the pizza in Buffalo? Because I don't think I've like tried like a real Buffalo pizza.
Yeah, I have to. I'm telling you, bro. It's everywhere out here.
Yeah. Good spot is what? Like Duff's or?
Well, probably Nova's is a pretty good one. Avenue's Pizza on Bailey is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a good sauce.
All right. Who's your favorite athlete?
And like all time?
All time.
Oh, Sugar Ray Robinson.
Really?
There we go. Man, that
all right,
dude.
Yeah. How about now? Who's your favorite?
I don't know. He's not competing anymore.
Dude, when Connor
Are you talking about like now or like competing or like just somebody still playing right now? Yeah, I don't know right now.
LeBron.
I don't think I have one. Yeah, I'd say LeBron. Yeah, you're right. I'd probably go LeBron for sure.
But yeah, when Connor fought Floyd, dude, that was pretty awesome. That was a good.
It was a fun fight.
Yeah,
I liked it. I like that Floyd made it fun because you could tell Floyd was chilling. You could tell.
And I don't think most people realize this, that if Floyd wanted to, he probably could have handled him.
He could have ended it pretty much
way earlier. You could because you can watch it. You let Floyd let him hit him and you let him punch and then Floyd let him. Once he got tired, he's like, all right, I'm gonna just punch him.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he could have got to that body.
Oh, dude, he would have tore them ribs up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do think they stopped it a bit early. I don't know what that fight. Like they stopped it, and I don't think Connor was like hurt.
Well, I think that Connor was more so. I think the ref realized that Connor was about to pass out and getting punched in the face.
Yeah.
So in the UFC, you're not stopping that. They're just gonna let you get hurt.
Yep.
Boxing, they're not gonna let you get hurt.
Yeah.
At least try not to, at least I should say.
Yeah.
Because referees would jump in there quickly. In the UFC, I've seen guys where it looked like the ref should have stopped it
Right?
6-7 punches ago. You know,
Honestly,
it's bad.
really, even more so in the past couple months. Like, dude, I've seen some people getting beat upon. Like that girl that just fought Amanda Nunes.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, yeah.
Was getting hammered.
Like, what is going on here? There's no competing anymore. Like, it's over.
Yeah.
In the boxing, they're throwing in a towel there. Referees, like, it's over. It's not competing anymore. Like,
yeah.
That's
I mean,
yeah. Best coach in sports. Who is it?
right now,
Yeah.
probably Belichick, right?
I honestly think all of our guests have said that.
Honestly, I mean, who's even up there? Who else?
I mean,
We could say Pop, but Pop is inconsistent like Belichick.
You could argue Saban, maybe
Yeah.
Cael Sanderson.
That's who that's like my top three. It's probably Belichick.
Nick Saban, I mean, yeah.
Saban.
I mean,
Honestly, I mean,
Bama has been tough.
Yeah, Bama. Yeah,
For how
sure.
long?
For sure. I mean,
That's
they got
like
what?
10 years.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, it's hard. I don't know, man. But I'm gonna have to just go Belichick because he's the highest level.
Yeah.
I would probably say that same thing.
You know, what I mean, he's at the highest level. So,
And really, if you're crediting Nick Saban, you gotta credit Belichick because Saban's learned under Belichick back in the day. So.
and Saban's doing it at a lower level.
Yep.
True.
At that. So, I mean, I gotta go Belichick. I mean, still football.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come on, give me some harder questions here, man. Damn.
Harder, like what?
Like, what are these questions? These are like
All
fifth
right.
grade.
Okay, I will think a bit harder. Your favorite Michael Jackson song?
Whew, that is tough. I might have to go Billie Jean, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Really?
That's
I
mine.
might have to go Billie Jean. Because when I seen that music video the first time, I was like, yo, who is this dude?
Yep.
Is that the video like him dancing on the square?
When when they're lighting up,
Lights off, yeah.
I was just like,
That was
this music,
great.
like, what is this? Like,
Dude, his dance moves like back in the early '80s, like it's almost unheard of.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it just, if you watch it today, it's like, how is this dude doing this in the 80s? Like, what?
Just crazy.
Imagine moonwalking now.
Dude,
Yeah.
I would have loved to have just been in the crowd the first time that he did
The first
freestyle.
time. Yes, like, did anybody just see that? What was the first time anybody seen it on TV ever? Like what's like
Insane.
yeah. There's no more of those moments like that nowadays.
Yeah, true. There really isn't. All right.
It's really not.
You asked for tougher questions, so I'm gonna hit you with it. Who was your biggest mentor in like the sport of wrestling?
Probably my dad and Kevin Jackson.
Yeah.
Easily. And Kevin Jackson, I would say him, but he didn't even really mentor me. I just remember the things he would say to me. Like, you know, it just stuck with me heavily. Just having conversations like now, everything, just listening. Remember things he would say about situations. And I got to see in my own path, like, okay, I see what he was talking about. There it is.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so what is like the number one thing that you, being a great father, that you are trying to teach RJ? Like, you know, you're like first thing that like comes to mind. Hey, RJ, I want you to be like this way and like live like this way. What is it?
Easily the first thing I want him to be is genuine. You know what I mean? I want him to be genuinely him. I want him to understand that if they're not going to like you for who you are, then you just not going to be liked. I mean, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you're not like a bad person or something, they like you for that. But if you're like genuinely you, they don't like you because you're handsome, they don't like you because you're cool, then they're just not going to like you. I want you to make sure that you're powerful enough to think that.
And I honestly think in high school that plays a huge factor. When like in like college and post college, people definitely accept you because like in like high school, dude, I was bullied like for stuttering and like bullied hard. But like in like college and like obviously after
way more understanding.
Yeah, it's like people are a lot more understanding and caring. Like
you know how it is. Kids are bad.
Yeah, that like 5th grade through like your sophomore junior year, those like kids are cruel.
Yeah, it can be because I remember, and I was always a short kid, but I was never one of those kids that get bullied. I mean, they would talk about me, but it wouldn't be one of them things like, oh, they're talking about me. Let me go run home to mom. I'm a punk. No, I'll see you in gym. I'll see you in gym class, bro. You know what I mean?
Dodgeball day. Here we go.
Yeah, well, I'll see you in gym class. class, bro.
When
You
like
know what I'm
kids
saying?
can't say that nowadays. I will see you in gym class.
Right. Right. See you on
You're
Zoom,
freaking
huh?
gone. You're expelled.
Yeah, it's wild. You're expelled. No. Was that a threat? Oh,
Yeah,
shoot,
right.
in his face.
No, we just have gym class together.
Yeah, so we got gym experience. All right.
All right. Your favorite pair of shoes?
That I own right now.
Like, you probably are a big shoe guy, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably just Jordans, honestly.
Yeah, Jordans.
I wouldn't say I'm a big shoe guy as far as like fashion. I just like
favorite pair.
I'm more of a jewelry guy.
Shoes.
See, wrong person to ask about that.
I know some people are always crazy about like which ones.
Yeah, no, not me.
Whichever one's fit good.
You're talking to a guy after I lost my state finals in 10th grade. I had a pair of brand new Kerry Colats. I sold those quick.
Yeah.
Fat. And people could not believe it. I'm like, I sold it for like $150 maybe. They were like, wait, what?
Wow.
I did not care.
Wow. All right, 2 tough questions for you. All right, the final 2. Your favorite kind of alcohol?
Oof. I like to drink dark alcohol, honestly, dark liquor. I don't know. I've been heavy on the Hennessy and that Douce. You ever heard of Douce?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've been heavy on that. Those 2 are probably my top.
Good pick.
All right, and the last speed round question. You have to sell me. Why is hip hop better than rock music? Because it's not. But hey, you being a good salesman,
See,
sell me. Sell me.
my thing is this. I don't know if I can sell you my personal opinion. I don't know if I can do that because why do you think rock and roll is better than hip hop? How about that?
Oh, well, okay. I can start with this because I think it is a team effort to where there is somebody playing the lead, guitar, or somebody playing bass, somebody playing drums, somebody singing. I just think so much more has to come into it than somebody else singing lyrics off of beats.
I hear that. I think that's true. I would give it a fact that rock and roll is the more pure form of music for sure.
Yeah.
Because you're singing, you're playing music, obviously. But I mean, it's just all preference. I mean, I just like to listen to hip hop better than I would like to listen to rock
honestly,
and roll.
I
don't know if we can really say which one is better. Honestly, it's just because if somebody's gonna come on your podcast and they're gonna say country music's the best. Exactly. You're gonna be like, okay, now wait a minute.
Like we're gonna get talk for a second.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna end the podcast there, then.
Yep.
All right, guys, that's it. Next week,
it's done. Never
I
have him
would
again.
much rather listen to hip hop than country any day of the week because I love Kendrick, I love Wayne, I love Slim Shady, I love Baby.
Quick question for you: do you think Eminem is a guest in hip hop?
Is a guest?
I've heard that question before.
I've heard that. It's become a bigger question lately.
I've heard that. So.
I haven't ever heard it phrased that way, but now hearing you phrase it that way, I would say yes. Since Tupac, Biggie, LL Cool J kind of had that path kind of set for him. So I could say honestly, he's a guest.
I can say that too, just because when he came in, I feel like he got most of his fans because he was a white boy at the time.
And,
you know what I'm saying? Of what he was doing.
And honestly, he kind of sings it in his lyrics, in his first couple albums of him being white and kind of selling for that.
You know what I'm saying? At a time
where he blurs the lines a little bit. He's able to pull over from both sides. Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? I don't got a problem with Eminem. He's a good artist though. I was just wondering because I've seen that question before, and I always wanted to ask somebody do you agree to that?
Yeah,
I do agree because honestly, I'm thinking of AC/DC. Are they a guest Elvis and the Beatles and the Rolling Stones? Probably. But I like them better than Elvis and the Rolling Stones and the Beatles. But a guest? Huh. Yeah.
Like, are you taking it, like, you can even break down rock and roll, like the Elvis and the Beatles kind of rock and roll versus the Metallica. Like,
Oh, hey, don't even get me started on
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, which rock and roll are we talking about
This is
here?
bringing me back to my history of rock music class. I took back in the day.
Which rock are we talking about here? You know?
Exactly.
Because the rock from Elvis past was taking most of their music from the black artists.
They were.
So
true, like
I mean,
like jazz guys,
like jazz bands back in the day, the traveling shows.
Yeah. You know, you ever seen the movie Cadillac Records?
Mm-hmm.
No.
You never seen that movie?
No.
You gotta get that watch, bro. Yeah. I believe they had the Beach Boys.
Yep.
Taking Muddy Waters music and stuff like that. It's Chuck Berry, all those guys were in. You know what I mean? All those guys' music. Little Richard got his music stolen. All types of people.
Yeah. Who is your favorite rock band?
That's a good question. I'm not really big into rock. I wouldn't say rock band, but if I had to go rock, I'm gonna say Jimi Hendrix.
Oh,
hey, there we go.
I like Jimi Hendrix a lot.
Every time I hear Voodoo Child or All Along the Watchtower, Purple Haze, Foxy Lady, dude,
Dude, the first time I heard him do the American Anthem on a guitar was so I was like, what was that?
Dude, when he plays the freaking Teeth solo,
I was
like what?
Yeah, I was just like, yo, this dude, man. Because after you listen to it, you can like hear it, and then you hear the bombs breaking, and it's like, oh, this dude is really different.
Just honestly, his whole like Woodstock set from that year, just insane.
It's just different, like.
Honestly, even nowadays in like 2020, I still think his anthem is probably the best.
Bro.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. No, Whitney Houston.
Oh yeah, that's a cool.
In the Bills,
Whitney Houston went crazy with it, man. Come on now.
She killed it.
I would have said Fergie in the.
Oh come on! Come on!
Yo, do you remember how bad Fergie sang that national anthem?
That was bad. That
like
was
the worst.
We're talking about Fergie, who has. There are many photos, if you want evidence, of her peeing herself before. The same
Bro,
lady.
that was the worst. I've never seen a national anthem get so bad where they took the camera off the singer and like started to show the players' faces and reaction.
Draymond Green.
Draymond Green. Like
I really don't like Draymond Green, but his face cracked me the hell up. Dude.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Draymond Green either. He has the most talk with I don't believe any backup.
Nope.
No.
I just can't.
I could talk for another hour of why he is the most overrated player in basketball history.
We'll save that for next episode.
This dude is on the greatest team of all time, probably, and just like look who you're playing with, of course.
And he averaged like 4 or 5 points a game. I'm like, what?
I mean, you're talking you can lock up Dennis Rodman and all these other guys. Like, okay,
yeah, right. Don't even get me started because that boy Rodman. Holy shit, he was.
Do you watch LeBron The Shop?
Yes.
Yeah. They're like best friends on that thing.
Yeah, right.
Super confused.
But I also think Robin's personality is so genuine and like so caring and just so open to like talk about things. Because
when you're genuine, you can get away with a lot of things, man.
Yeah, and like honestly, in the Last Dance, like what in between games 4 and 5, in the finals, he just left to go to Vegas.
Yep.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
There needs to be like
imagine that was
documentary on him.
Yes.
Like him as a person, just from start to finish, because his whole life is just wild, like
super wild.
Just he's
Renaldo. Just think if that happened in the NBA today.
Dude, no, that's one person I would be scared to party with.
Oh yeah,
I would be terrified to walk in.
He's that loose cannon. You gotta keep an eye on it all the time.
Yeah, like I'm not going in that room. I'm good. Nah. But yeah, if I was in today's NBA, I don't know if he would be able to survive as a person with his social media.
Yeah.
They would be all over him, like just the way he used to dress and all that. And
cancel culture would strike so quick.
Yeah, it'd have been way too much. All those guys, Magic Johnson.
Yep.
Yeah.
If Magic Johnson was doing what he was doing.
Yeah, true. Because I think it is all because of the media.
For sure.
Yeah.
Everything was hidden back in those days, so you can have the bad boys. Look at Karl Malone. Karl Malone not a good dude either.
Mm-mm.
But we don't know about it because social media not big. You gotta really know what you're talking about, you know.
Yep.
But nowadays, you just look up on Twitter, oh, he got a page, or go to YouTube, he got about 15 podcasts talking about him. Yeah, I mean, like.
Yep.
So, wait, what, Tyler?
I was just saying, yeah, it's just wild these days.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it is the media, but I won't get into that. So the last segment, I like always end with like a inspiring message, because obviously our country is kind of a kitty right now with so many topics that I won't name off, but I like I'm gonna try to word this in the best way possible. So me being a white guy, you being a black guy, I like think our country needs more of this, of like, hey, listen, me listening to you, me learning from you, you listening and learning from me. And I really think this podcast could really touch a lot of people, and like, have our viewers and like my Facebook friends see this, and like be like, hey man, maybe my past racial mindset, or uh vote for somebody could change, like from just talking to somebody of a different color or a different gender, or somebody that's a bit different than they are. So like, just like talk about that, and just some inspiring message, and like maybe color or really
Yeah,
try.
for sure. I mean, I believe that people need to realize 60 years ago, you couldn't do this.
Yeah.
I think that says enough right there. I mean, we're able to talk about anything we want. You know what I mean? Like, if we did this 6 years ago, I could have got killed for this, or you could have got killed for this, just because, I mean, like, just because. But the fact that we can do this nowadays just lets you know that everything isn't as bad as it was, and things are getting better if you really look at it. The country's in a little bit situation right now, but at the end of the day, like you said, we can all be brothers, we can all be friends, we can all learn from each other. Even if we disagree, we can still be friends. We don't have to just agree to everything. You shouldn't want to.
I just saw that post on Facebook, like,
Right.
We can still disagree, but still be friends.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, it's so simple, but
It's
so true.
simple.
So simple. But it's a very hard concept to grasp, for some people.
It really is.
What I mean? But it is what it is, to be able to have a conversation with you and bring in no type of animosity, or not bring in any type of hatred to it, it can really help you learn something. Because you can tell me something in a point of view that I think is very wild, and I'm just wondering, like, why do you think it's like that? And I can get to the point of asking you why. But if I come with a hostile attitude, as soon as I hear that, it's time to just, elevate the situation and handle it how it needs to be handled, because I feel like I heard something I didn't like. But instead of just like, man, like, what do you mean? Like, I don't agree to that.
Yeah.
We can have a conversation.
So honestly, how do you think change happens on both sides of the spectrum? Just listening?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's one way. Listening, and not even just listening, really genuinely not hating people. Because some people, like, most of the problem in the world is like they just hate a way this group of people is, or they believe in stereotypes, or they believe in what somebody told them. They have no personal experience whatsoever. They're just going off of what they think it's like. And I think that's the problem that we need to address. First of all, we need to, like you said, have interaction with each other. The more we talk, the more comfortable we are with each other. I mean,
And honestly, it's that same way in the podcast now, because in the first 20 or 30 minutes, I was a bit nervous, but now, like, I just feel better doing it. I like feel calmer, a bit more comfortable. But yeah. And
I mean, honestly, like they say in wrestling, are you nervous? It's good to admit that you're nervous.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you're nervous, it's okay. No, we can't have you be borderline scared out here. That's
different.
that's a little. That's way. We can't have no soft punks out here. But you can be nervous. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's okay to be nervous. Everybody's human. Get the butterflies. Get out there. Once you get out there, you do your thing. But if you're gonna be borderline scared on you, you know what I mean? It's not gonna work out for you. But
and like, honestly, me seeing all this stuff on Facebook and just social media, because like social media has like turned toxic, and I think most people are hating another party or another person or another system, and and maybe that person doesn't really understand somebody else's background, and I just don't like it how like people hate somebody else for being different and like not really knowing them. Like, it makes no sense to me.
Yeah, man. Like, the person you are best friends with at 5, you're not gonna be best friends with at 25, because at the end of the day,
Right on.
your mom and dad just happen to live next to that person. That just happened. What happened? And you're later on in life, when you meet me and you know, those will be the genuine people you meet, because once you see me, you see something that you like. It's not oh, I grew up next to him, so I have to know him.
Yep.
You're liking me for a specific reason. And you can tell people, oh yeah, like he's your friend next door. Oh yeah, that's my man. He yeah, I've been living next door to him 7 years now, so we're just friends.
Yeah. And like honestly, I just think it is so easy to like hate nowadays when like really
For sure.
most people should just love, man. Like honestly, I don't care if somebody likes a certain side or another side. Like listen, I am all for listening and learning.
Yeah.
And I think some people should. But yeah.
For sure, like you said, we don't like country music, but I'm not mad at you for listening.
Like, dude, my parents are on this this like Combs thing. What's his first name? Luke? Yeah. Luke Combs. They are on like this Luke Combs
I don't even know
and they love these songs. And you know, I was actually back home a couple weeks ago for the 4th, and I was like, God damn.
Look, you got to get them out. The new country is not good. You got to take them back old school. All right, Alan Jackson, back in them days. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know who those guys are, but I just.
Yeah, I was listening. Like, damn.
Or something
So I guess. Yeah, so I guess like my parents are fans of Luke Combs and Luke Bryan. When I'm like, I just want to hear some Slayer or Slipknot or something.
There you
like
go.
that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not mad you listening to country music, but you definitely need to get a better choice of music. So I'm saying.
But see, I also listen to hip hop though.
Oh yeah, who you like? Kendrick, right? You said.
Yeah, but if I had to pick my top 3, I would pick definitely Eminem, NF. I love NF, and then probably Kendrick or Wayne, like or Tupac. Really,
It's a lot of guys. You don't have to like the new hip hop to like hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
I like a lot of old school guys from New York City and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah.
That's what I listen to.
Mine would be
Biggie. He was
I
from
would have Wayne. I would have Eazy-E.
Yeah.
I go really just Eazy-E and like NWA both.
Yeah.
And then probably Eminem.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely Eminem.
For sure.
I think he's the top dog, but yeah.
Eminem is.
Any final words? Any final messages? Final wrestling talk that you know you want to share?
Let's see. Final wrestling talk. Best in the world coming soon.
Okay.
I'm not stopping ever.
Okay.
Let me think. My son's up next. Let me think.
Just keep it going.
Right. Shout out Sam Reck on the podcast. Oh yeah, shout out Grandview. Got to give him a shout out.
Yeah.
Let me think. Shout out my mom and dad. Let me think. Yeah, shout outs to anybody out there who feels like they can't do it. Shout out to anybody out there who feels like they can't do it because they're from the hood also, okay? Remember this. Why not you?
Exactly.
You know, I will end the podcast with this message. A wrestler on our team this past season lost a match to go to nationals. Like lost a devastating 8-7 match, and he was you know outside crying. And you know he is God, I can't talk. A black guy.
Right.
And he was crying outside in the hallway, and I am talking to him like, man, listen, you have made it so far out of the hood, out of obviously
His family situation, yeah.
Yeah, and he has made it out, and I mean a match away from making nationals. And I told him, dude, just look how far, and it's just crazy to think about. So honestly, that message is pretty awesome.
Yep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on here and saying that.
Yep, no problem, man. I'm just trying to give some insight of, what I went through, and to let people know that, you can do it too. It might be hard, but you can do it.
Yeah, because honestly, I felt that same way. Listen, how can a guy that has a stutter be a college coach? And
Yep.
I kept saying, man, I can't talk to people. But now I am hosting a podcast, I'm coaching. So hey, screw it, right? Anybody can do anything.
There's no shame in your game. Remember what I said. You can go a long way.
Everybody has faults, but everybody also has strengths.
Exactly. I mean, like you said, if you can admit that you have a stuttering problem, if I come say something to you about your stuttering, you're just gonna look at me like, okay.
Yeah.
Same as me being short. I always tell people, yeah, I'm short. Is that supposed to offend me? Am I supposed to be scared of you because I'm short? Don't do that, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, that is it. That concludes our episode with our Nardo Rodriguez-Spencer, Renaldo Rodriguez-Spencer. So many names, like man with many names. a national champion wrestler, a awesome guy, a good friend of mine, and I hope to stay friends with him for a long time. Thanks for coming on, and I wish the best for you and RJ and your family.
Hey, man, appreciate it. I wish the best for you all, too. Thanks for having me on. Hopefully we can do this again also. And then, hopefully the future keeps bringing good things for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah, thanks again. And next week we have Ethan Laird, the starting 97-pounder for Ryder. A tough kid, a great athlete. And, keep subscribing, keep liking the podcast, keep
sharing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I
definitely shout it out.
Yeah.
There we go.
Appreciate it.
No problem, boys. Thanks for having me on.
Wait.
No problem.
All right, cool.
Hold on.